Welcome to Living Large Television with Mark Henry, CEO of Alloy Wealth. For over 15 years, Alloy Wealth has focused on your financial needs and values when it comes to retirement planning and investment management. Mark and his team are committed to helping pre-retirees and retirees navigate complicated future planning decisions in order to meet and exceed your goals. This is Living Large Television.
And welcome to Living Large Television. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Mark Henry. He is CEO of Alloy Wealth Management in Charlotte and Greenville, and et cetera, et cetera. You just keep growing every time we're together. It's
We've
amazing.
Been blessed.
Very blessed. Just amazing when you think about it, Mark. We started the show how long ago now?
A lot of years.
3.5 years
something
ago,
like that.
roughly?
Yeah.
My goodness, and we've been through so much together during that time, and I just see you growing and blossoming and just becoming more and more successful. People just love you. They always ask me, is Mark in person the same as he is on television? And I said, 100%.
That's
You're
a
just
truthful
going to love
statement.
him. So,
well, I don't know about that. I told somebody on the car ride over this morning, I was talking with somebody, and I later said, you get to this place in life where you realize everybody doesn't love you. And that's okay. Now, I don't personally understand that because I get up in the morning going, why wouldn't everybody love me? But the reality is, it's one of those places you get in life where you realize, and it's okay.
yeah.
It's like, it's one of those things. Somebody asked me, I was talking at a convention recently in Las Vegas, and they said, well, you offer this complimentary, financial plan, but you're really having the certified financial planners do that. I said, yeah. And they said, well, we charge $5,000 for that. And I said, good. I said, how's that working? They said, it works great. People pay that because it's so much work. They said, why don't you charge? And I said, because I don't want to. It's not because I don't like the money. I mean, everybody likes money. But people have to go write that big check, and they don't even know what they're getting stuff. We do all that same work, and we don't charge. And that gives us an opportunity to meet with people. And he goes, yeah, but what if they don't become a client? I said, a lot of them don't. He goes, well, you did all that work. I said, exactly. And it allows us to select the ones that are good fits for us. And that way I don't take on clients that really aren't a good fit. So the clients, the people coming in the door, the prospective people, they have nothing to lose. They have everything to get. They're going to get what they would have had to go to his firm and pay $5,000 for.
That is true.
And they're coming to ours. And what I'm getting is an opportunity to figure out who's a good fit for us or not. Because when we take a client on, we're hoping to work with them. We're planning on, hoping it's not a strategy. We have a strategy to manage their money for the rest of their lifetime.
Yeah.
And that's how we feel. My clients, and a lot of our clients.
I do.
And they'll be with us 20 years from now if life allows them to be alive and be with us, and they'll be there.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to work with somebody for the next 25 years, you probably want to pick somebody you kind of like.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad you brought that up, because actually a client of mine the other day asked me if this would be a red flag. She said, Cynthia, I've seen you on the show, obviously, with Mark. He looks like he's an amazing person, so knowledgeable and so trustworthy. She said, we have not heard from our advisor in over 4 years. And she said, is that normal? And I said, you need to call Mark.
Yeah, they need to run.
Normal, is what she asked
they may
me.
not need to call me, but they need to call somebody, because that is a problem. Are you kidding me? Think about this. And if you're watching right now, this is not a scripted show, so I didn't know you were going to say that. But I knew what I was supposed to be talking about right now, but I'm going in another direction, because do you think it's even remotely possible that, and I have no idea how much money this person has, a little, a lot, doesn't matter. Do you think it's even remotely possible that the investments that were placed in that portfolio 4 years ago are the exact investments she needs in there today?
No.
The world is different.
Too much has
We've had a
changed.
pandemic. We have a recession. We have out of control inflation. That portfolio should have been worked on 6 ways from Sunday by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that she hasn't heard from her advisor, shame on them. And that's why these people, listen, one of the things, and you can't require, but we want to see our clients. Now, our portfolios are actively managed. And what I mean by that is we're fee-based. We're not commission-based. So we don't call you and say, hey, Cynthia, this isn't doing very good. I think we should sell it, and let's buy this, because this will do better. That's a commission-based advisor. We don't do that. Those changes are already being made. We're doing it. It's being done actively. And in a market like we've been in this year, Oh boy, it's been done a lot.
I'm sure.
But that does not change the fact, and when our clients know that, sometimes they feel like they don't have to come in as often. But we still want to see them because that's how relationships are formed. Solid, strong relationships come from us discussing, and in those conversations, whether it's just catching up on life or actually talking about what's going on in the finance world. We learn so much about each other. And if we're going to do this job for the next 20 years, I want to know those people inside and out. So I'm prepared for what might be happening. So we can be ahead of the thing. I don't want to be reactive. You know, oh, this happened, I got to do something. Oh, this happened, I got to say, no, we want to be proactive. And so if we're having those meetings on a regular basis, 2 times a year, if we're seeing each other at the parties and the events and all the different things we do for our clients, then we can have those conversations, and I know what's going on in their life, so I'm not surprised by things.
Yeah.
It makes such a difference. Shame on that advisor that she currently has. What a shame.
I know, and the question even, is that normal? So, I mean, that is what really caught me off guard.
Well,
and I bring that up, Mark, because I know that you and your team, you're
good.
so passionate about communication. We talk about this all the time. And people have mentioned it when they come in the office. They feel like all the time in the world is given specifically to them. You're not looking at your watch thinking you have to be somewhere else. And that says a lot about you and your team.
Well, we're very selective who we work with, and it's very important. But, you know, our clients hear from us weekly. Now, some people think we give too much information. That's okay. You don't have to open the email. But if you're going to allow me to manage your life's work when it comes to finance, I think I owe it to you to tell you specifically exactly what's going on with it. Now, if you think it's been a bad week and you don't really want to know, don't open the email.
Right.
But I'm going to reach out to every client every week. I'm going to do a market commentary. We're going to do videos. We're going to give you so much information so you know exactly what is going on in this crazy thing we call the world. Because it's changing rapidly. One of the things we're going to talk about on this show, you know, I get a lot of calls on cryptocurrency and stuff. Of course, that's all over the news right now for the wrong reasons. And in the future, coming up in one of the episodes today, you know, we'll definitely talk about that.
Okay.
But before we end this episode, I want to give viewers a thought here.
Okay.
And I don't have enough time for this, but if you're currently working with what I affectionately call the big box retail firms, it's the brand names that are on every street corner. So that's not me. Alloy Wealth is a big brand, and we certainly are a large firm, but we're not on every street corner. We're an independent firm. It means we're licensed as fiduciaries. We have our clients' best interests legally. We have to do what's in our client's best interest. Completely different than the stockbroker. It doesn't mean they're not good people, men and women, they are. But they don't have a legal obligation to do always what's in a client's best interest. We do. We're independent, so I don't have some company telling me we have to do this. If everybody that walks in your office this week, Mark, you show them one of these. They got to see this week. This is what we're pushing. We don't have that. So I think those are big differences. But here's one of the questions I want to ask as we head into break. This year, for most people, has been a very tough year for a lot of reasons. But speaking strictly on finance, most likely your 401 is down. Your IRA is down. Your brokerage account's down, whatever. Okay, I get that. Markets happen. This is what we've came off of a long run. Accounts are down. Sometimes more than you want, but they're down. Let me ask you this. Why hasn't your current financial partner, your current big box retailer, picked up the phone and called you and said, hey, Cynthia, your IRA's down, but we're going to take a negative and try to turn it into a positive. We're going to ask you to come in and perform the Roth Conversion Challenge. We're going to see if today is the right time, right now, before the end of the year, to take money out of that 401, that IRA, and convert it to a Roth. Because as you know and I know, deep in your heart, you know markets are going to come back up. Now, it doesn't seem like it some days, but they are going to come back up.
Sure.
So why don't we move some of that money from the taxable account, move it over to the Roth account, perform the Roth Conversion Challenge that our tax professionals do for you. And when that market comes roaring back up, you make all those gains back tax-free. Why haven't they picked up the phone and asked you to come in and take the Roth conversion challenge? We got open phone lines that Randy's yelling at me saying, Mark, you're over time, you're over time. But I think this was important. We'll talk more about this when we come back. But right now, there's a number on the screen, 888-272-0650. This is the number for you to pick up right now. If you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, you're off to a good start. Most of our clients have way more than that, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you have is what you have, and it's important to you. Now's the time to reach out and get a written financial plan. A financial plan done by a certified financial planner, and you need to get that done absolutely complimentary. If you're one of the lucky next 15 callers in whether it's the Greenville area, Asheville, Columbia, South Carolina, or in the Charlotte market, our beautiful Ballantine office, we will bring you in, and one of my licensed fiduciaries working with a team of certified financial planners will create your written retirement plan absolutely complimentary. And all you have to do is pick up the phone right now and call 888-272-0650. Cynthia?
Mark, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, that number to call is 888-272-0650. We know you have a lot of questions for Mark about how to plan your perfect retirement. He has the answers for you. When we come back from this very short commercial break, we're going to talk more in depth about the Roth Conversion Challenge. Are you wondering what that is and how it applies to your retirement? Stay tuned. We'll be right back momentarily.
Hi, Mark Henry, CEO of Alloy Wealth, and of course your host of Living Large Television and Radio. Take this opportunity to call now and get your complimentary written financial plan.
Do you know how much you're paying in fees or commissions with your current plan or advisor? What about unnecessary risk or future tax implications? Sit down with a fiduciary advisor who can help you understand important retirement concepts, and so you can make the best decisions for yourself moving forward. We may even be able to answer questions you didn't even know needed to be asked.
Your financial future starts now with a phone call.
And welcome back to Living Large Television. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Mark Henry. He is CEO of Alloy Wealth Management. Mark, a wonderful show we're having today, talking about, number one, the importance of communication, but you teed up something that sounds amazingly cool before the commercial break. The Roth Conversion Challenge. What exactly is it? How does that apply to someone's retirement?
Well, so here's the idea. There's been several acts that were done in the last few years, Secure Acts and Secure Act 2.0 and different things that have changed the rules of retirement. But the bottom line is this. For most people that are coming in to see us for the first time, they're walking in, they have questions. They have stuff. They've accumulated a lifetime of stuff. They're working with 2 or 3 different professionals. A lot of times people have money in 4 or 5 different investment accounts, different companies. They've changed. They have 401s here, 401s there. A lot of times they're do-it-yourselfers. They want advice, and that's fine because we offer to do it complimentary, so they're coming in for that. They want to take advantage of that. I like those people, penny pinchers, and I'm all about that because that's who I am.
Yeah,
so I totally
I
get that person.
I know.
And so that's fine. But they're coming in and they have this stuff. Well, for a lot of people, Roth accounts, they don't have enough in Roth. So let's talk about what a Roth is. The Roth is the account that came out many years ago that allows you to put after-tax dollars in the account, and it grows tax-free. And then once you hit certain age groups, over 59 and a half and stuff, and you want to use that money in retirement, you can withdraw the money and you never paid any tax on all the growth. Well, that's amazing. But for a lot of successful people, they can't put money in a Roth. Why? Because they make too much. That's a really good problem to have. When you're high paid, that's a good thing. So you say, Mark, this doesn't apply to me. Okay, I totally understand that. But one of the things we see for many of those people walking in the door, they never put any money in a Roth, and we find that they've saved 80, 90, 95% of their investable net worth outside of the home is in one type of an account. one of the alphabet soup of retirement accounts, a 401, a 403, an IRA, some form of an account that they've never paid tax on those dollars. So they're working with some brand name firm, and no one has ever sat down and talked to them about how are we going to get money out of this IRA in the most tax efficient manner possible. Think about this. You have this statement, and like you're preparing for retirement, and I hate that idea of what's your number, like, you know, how much you need. It's one of the most stupid, it's just, I hate it. But okay, whatever. So let's say you and your wife, and you planned and you decided $1 million is what you wanted for retirement. You wanted $5 million, whatever the number. For a lot of people, they hit those numbers, but it's all in an IRA or a 401. So they really don't have $1 million because they have a partner. Oh, no, I don't, Mark. This is an IRA. That's an individual retirement account. That's my money. That's all mine. No, it's not. You have a partner, Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam can and will change the rules on that account. And what I mean by that is maybe today you could take $1 out and it might cost you 20 cents. So if you wanted to pull $1 out, you'd have to take $1.20 because you're in a 20% tax bracket. You pay 20 cents off to the government, and you get $1. Tell me in 10 years how much you have to take out to get that $1.
Yeah, that's the unknown.
It's the great unknown.
Absolutely.
But I don't think I need a crystal ball to tell you that your taxes are going up in retirement.
Yeah.
We're $30 trillion in debt. The Donald Trump tax plan expires at the end of 2025. If not sooner, it expires at the end of 2025. Your taxes are going to go up. So for most people right now, that question I asked in the previous episode was, before the break, was why hasn't your current financial professional reached out and made that phone call to you and said, Cynthia, your IRA's down this year. I hate to tell you this, your IRA's down. It's been a tough year, it's down. While it's down, let's perform a tax analysis. Let's look at doing a Roth conversion. And Cynthia goes, oh no, I make too much money for that. I can't do that. No. You might not be able to put money in a Roth, a contribution, that is taking money out of your checking account and investing in the Roth because you make too much money. But that has nothing to do with converting money, taking money out of an IRA or a 401 and moving it to a Roth. That is not subject to income limitations.
Wow.
It's subject to your tax paying ability. What I mean by your tax paying ability is it right for you?
Yeah.
Are you in too high of a bracket where it doesn't make sense? I don't know. But we need to look at how much money you've saved in an IRA, a 401, a 403, how much you've saved outside of it, how heavily balanced are you? Well, Mark, I've got 50% of my net worth in an IRA and 50% is in a brokerage account. Mark, I've got 90% in an IRA and 10% in a savings account. Ooh. Is now the time to move money out of that IRA that is down, most likely in the markets, move it over to a Roth, and then as the markets come back, you make all those gains back, all those losses you had, you get them back. Hopefully you get gains, and you did all that in a tax-free account. You never pay tax on that growth.
Wow.
Wouldn't this be an incredible time?
100%.
And why haven't they picked up the phone and talked to you? Okay, let me ask you this. Why has it, you think you don't need a retirement plan? Many people think they have one. I've been with this ABC firm for 20 years. If they've never sat down and put together a tax plan, advanced tax planning, talking to you about taxes in retirement, talking to you about how to get the money out of those IRAs and in your hands, if they've never discussed this with you, or if they have that big disclaimer, seek out your tax professional, we don't do that here. You don't have a plan for retirement. This is huge.
Absolutely.
And the time clock is running out. Not only the Donald Trump time clock, but Roth conversions, not contributions. Roth conversions must be done by December 31st. A lot of times people think they can add money to their IRA or their Roth after the first of the year and get it to count in last year's taxes. That's true for a contribution, not for a conversion.
Wow.
You got to do it by December 31st. Now's the time to reach out and pick up the phone and get a written retirement plan. 888-272-0650. Phone lines are open right now. If you save $250,000 or more for retirement, don't miss this opportunity. We'll take the next 15 callers. We will sit down with you and build an entire retirement plan, a financial plan done by a certified financial planner, including a tax analysis. We'll run a fee report, help you untangle what you're currently paying. Are you paying excessive fees that you don't even know about? We'll do an income plan. That could be one of the most missing parts of the entire thing is the income plan. We'll do all the heavy lifting and give you back all those documents absolutely no obligation of any kind. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call 888-272-0650.
Mark, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, the number to call is on your screen. That number is 888-272-0650. We know that you have a lot of questions for Mark about how to plan your perfect retirement. He has the answers for you. We're going to take a very short commercial break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, I want to ask Mark about cryptocurrency, so please stay tuned.
You deserve a secure, independent retirement. A retirement that is prepared to handle pitfalls like inflation, health emergencies, stock market volatility, and taxation. You've worked hard for your money and will work just as hard to help you protect and grow it.
Your financial journey starts with that first phone call. Call now.
Do you hear that? That's me enjoying my retirement. Traveling around the world to play golf, where I want, when I want, with whomever I want. Because years ago, I rolled over my IRA with the help of a local trusted advisor.
You worked for it, you deserve it, and now's the time to implement your very own written financial plan.
And welcome back to Living Large Television. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Mark Henry. He is CEO of Alloy Wealth Management. Mark, a wonderful show, very informative, very impactful. And in this segment, I want to talk to you about something that's on everyone's mind right now, cryptocurrency. What are your thoughts on that?
I've been an investor for a long time, and it's certainly down right now.
Yeah.
But it's on everybody's mind for the wrong reasons. So I don't want to get political about this show. I try to stay out of politics in this area. Everybody has an opinion on it. That's how it works. And I certainly have mine. But when it comes right now to the FTX exchange and the debacle that we're going to see, I don't think the average American understands how big this is. But when I bring up words like Bernie Madoff, people recognize that name.
Of course.
The average American, now some of the younger people might not, but you give me anybody that's 40 years up and you say Bernie Madoff, they know exactly who that was, that defrauded so many people.
Absolutely.
If I bring up the word Enron, a lot of the current 401k rules we have came up as a result of Enron. People lost their entire lives, and it was horrible. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I don't like to make predictions, especially on areas that I'm not, quote, an expert. And in cryptocurrency, I'm not an expert. I'm in it. I want to be very relevant. I want to do this job for the next 30 years if I'm allowed to live that long. And to do that, I need to understand cryptocurrency. So that's why I became an early adopter. That's why I have mining rigs set up, and that's why I'm very passionate about it. Because one day, it's very speculative today. It's the Wild West. It's casinos, it's gambling. But one day it will become mainstream, probably quicker than I thought. But what's happened with this exchange, this bankruptcy, this filing, and the fraud that's been done around the United States and overseas is going to be of epic proportions. I would throw the words Lehman Brothers around. When Lehman Brothers collapsed, and that great institution collapsed, people couldn't believe it. I think Bernie Madoff is an amateur compared to what's been done with this exchange.
Wow.
We're talking about billions of dollars of fraud. It is in the absolute political wise, it involves some of the most powerful people in America, and it's bad.
Okay.
and it's going to send shockwaves through a lot of different markets. It's already doing it in the crypto markets, but when this really gets exposed, if the truth really comes out, it's going to be huge. And so what does that mean? What does it mean? Well, when you think about if you're in the crypto world like I am, I'm trying to find some extra money to put in right now, because you buy low.
Right.
If you're going to be an investor.
Yeah.
It is people watching this show right now. There's so much fear in the world. High inflation, paying for your groceries, all this, I get it. But if you're a pre-retiree saving for retirement, and you've still got 20 years left, 15 years left, if you've got a good job, if you've got your emergency fund funded, if you've got those things done, now's a perfect time to be putting more in the markets. You say, Mark, the markets are bad. That's right. That's why you would do that. Because markets are down overall. And you think about the Great Recession, well, you look at how much wealth was created coming out of that. You see, everybody lost. It was so hard during 08 and 09, but what happened in 10 and late 9, and the markets came roaring back, and man, everybody made money. It was fabulous. This is a great time to be an investor. It's not a great time to be a trader. You see, those are two different things. You have to get out of this idea that I'm going to be a trader. I'm going to try to buy this, sell this, that. Oh my gosh, these day traders are not making any money right now, most of them by and large. Now, they'll all talk about their big wins, but trust me, they're not making money. There's studies that say 97, 98% of day traders never made any money. But it's a great time to be an investor. Investors invest for a long term, but you have to have a financial plan that is your emergency fund, that has your savings rates. We're seeing fixed annuity rates right now hovering for 3 years in that 4.5, almost 4.6, 4.7% range. This is a crazy good times to be an investor. You can get some great things available. I saw a new product came across my desk the other day from an A-rated carrier. They're offering somebody a 75% of the S&P 500 with no risk.
Wow.
What an amazing thing. There's some great stuff out there. It's a great time to be an investor.
Absolutely.
But you have to have appropriate risk tolerance, meaning you have to have a retirement plan. And for the people that don't, now is not the time to try to go into retirement or be in financial markets at all without a written plan. It can be a great time, but not a time without a written plan.
Yeah.
And so let's get these phone lines open. We're out of time. 888-272-0650. Again, 888-272-0650. If you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, don't miss this opportunity. Let's run a written retirement plan for you, done by a certified financial planner, and we'll give it away absolutely complimentary. We'll run a fee report. We'll do an income plan. We'll do a correlation matrix. We'll look at all your holdings and how correlated they are. We'll see what your risk tolerance is. Does it line up with who you are as an investor? Not a trader, an investor. And we'll do all of this for you absolutely complimentary. All you have to do is reach out right now with your appointment book in hand, talk to one of the operators, and just say, I want to come in and get that absolutely complimentary plan Mark talked about. 888-272-0650. Cynthia?
Mark, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, thank you for watching Living Large Television. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. We'll see you back 1 week from today. Take care now.